Okay, so hey there guys. So today's video is going to be a products I've used up video slash declutter. I can't believe how fast this bag has filled up again, but it's really heavy. So we're going to go through this stuff because I have quite a few products that I've used up again for 2018 since I posted that older products I used up video so late in the year, around like February, from products that I had used up in 2017. These are the first products that I've used up in 2018, so I wanted to share it with you guys. And I kind of have a bit of a declutter going on as well. And I wanted to show you some of these products over here because I might go through these on camera with you guys and get rid of some things. So we're just going to go through everything. And yeah, I think it's going to be a good declutter because I have a lot more stuff I want to get rid of. So I'm going to go through the stuff I've used up first. So let's go through the makeup wipes first. So I used up 1, 2, I'm going to put this here actually. 1, 2, 3, oh, dang it, which just fell. Okay, well, let me just grab that. We don't want that down here. So far, I've found 3 makeup wipes in here. So I have 2 from Simple. These are the Simple cleansing wipes. I actually went back to purchasing these, and they're really not that bad. I actually think that these are my favorite just regular makeup wipes, and plus they're a lot cheaper than these guys right here, which are the Simple Micellar wipes. But I actually did switch up my makeup routine now. I mean, these are my all-time favorite makeup wipes. I love these so much. They're amazing. But I changed up my skincare routine where now I'm not using makeup wipes to take off my makeup unless I'm like taking my makeup off after work. Then I'll take it off then with a makeup wipe. But other than that, I did buy a cleansing oil now. So now you're not going to be seeing me go through these as fast as I do. But I only use the makeup wipes when I'm, like, taking my makeup off in between school and work, and that's about it. Or, like, for makeup swatches, or sometimes for taking off liquid lipstick, because the cleansing oil is still a little bit hard to take liquid lipsticks off with, but it's fine with, like, regular lipsticks like this guy. So yeah, I used up a couple of those like I usually do, but I'm glad that I switched up my skincare routine because I definitely noticed a difference. Okay, now we have a bunch of skincare products because somehow I used up my skincare like all at the same time. So I have the 9 to 5 cleansing lotion. The Beautifully Light This Orchid and Almond Oil Blend will cleanse skin, leaving it feeling refreshed. I used up an entire one of these. This is the first one I've used up. This is just a cleansing lotion, which you can use this lotion without water, which is pretty cool. It's like an on-the-go kind of cleanser. It's really cool. So like whenever you're like on the go, you could wash your face, and it's a pretty good one to travel with because you don't have to require water. And I thought that this was really good. I've already repurchased my second one. This is like my favorite cleanser from Lush now because this one is a liquid cleanser, and I stopped buying the clay cleansers from them because they were clogging up my drain. So I switched just to this. I needed a liquid cleanser. I didn't even realize they had a liquid cleanser until I got this again because I've never had this before, and my best friend is always talking about this cleanser from Lush. Then I finally purchased it myself, and I love it. Then, of course, why am I dropping literally everything in this video? Then, of course, this wouldn't be a products I've used up video by at least having one of these in here. This is my Aroma Water Toner Water. I go through this like crazy. I literally go through it like water, even though it's called toner water. I don't even have to describe this to you guys. It's just a lavender water that's a toner for me. It hydrates my face amazingly after I wash it. And I just love this product so much. It's just one of my favorite products ever. I go through bottles of those. I finally purchased the big bottle again, so hopefully I won't go through it as quickly. Another Lush product is the Vegan Knees Hair Conditioner. This is probably the third one I've been through of this size, so I actually just picked up a full size, like the medium size bottle. I'm pretty sure the full size is like $40. I picked up the like medium size, and that one's about 20 bucks, so I picked up that one. And this is just my favorite conditioner from Lush now because it's not like a super super overly fragranced hair perfume from them. This is just a regular hair conditioner, and I love this. It's so good. So I used up another one of those. And I think that's everything from Lush for now. And then we do have some more makeup wipes in here. I found 2 more packs. Actually, yeah, there's a bunch of makeup wipes in here. So I found 4 more packs. I found 3 more packs of my simple micellar water makeup wipes, which obviously you guys know these are my favorites. So I've just been through countless ones. These are just bomb, you guys. If you're looking for a makeup wipe for sensitive skin, this is your guy. This is such an amazing makeup wipe. And then I also used up, these are a little bit older, but I wanted to use these up when I still had them. These are the e.l.f. cleansing cloths, so I did use these up as well. I really don't like these for facial remover at all. They really do irritate your face a lot, but they're good for makeup swatches, but I would never repurchase these because I don't need one makeup wipe for swatches and one makeup wipe for my face. It's just like they're multitask and you don't need 2 separate packs for each. So yeah, I'm probably not purchasing those again because I'm really not a huge fan of them. And let's move on to some other skincare. So I literally just used this up probably yesterday. This is the CeraVe Skin Renewing Night Cream, and this is my nighttime moisturizer now. This is the first one of this that I've actually used up. I purchased this a little while ago, like a few months ago, because I wanted to find a cheaper alternative to my Lush Vanishing Cream. And I definitely found it with this. I love this guy. It's just so moisturizing. It's a little bit thick, but it's not sticky. It just moisturizes right into the skin, and it makes my skin feel so good at night that I had to purchase another one. So I'm already on my second one, so this one is all the way used up. I mean, there's not that much product in here anyway, but it did last me a few months. So I love this. It's really, really good. So I finally used up my first one of this, and I probably won't be repurchasing the Vanishing Cream because this is just so much cheaper. So I used up that. Then I also used up a dry shampoo. This is the Batiste Dry Shampoo Floral and Flirty Blush. I've used up this scent before. This is the second time I've used it up. So now I've used up about 3 bottles of the Batiste Dry Shampoo. I do love this dry shampoo. I just recently used up this one not too long ago, and I did repurchase a new one. I got the coconut scented one, and I have never had owned that one either, so I wanted to pick that one up and try it out. So I always use Batiste dry shampoo. I love it. Anything else makeup wise? I mean, there's actually quite a few makeup products in here, so we're going to go through those too. But I actually just used this up today. This is the e.l.f. Mineral Face Primer. I didn't realize how far down I was with this, but this is completely empty. Like, I went to go use this today, and it's empty. So yeah, like used up the whole thing entirely. So I actually really love this primer. I feel like it's a dupe for the Smashbox Photo Finish Foundation Primer, which I'm already working on my second one of those, and I'm pretty much like almost done with that one too. But I'll probably include that in my next products I've used up video. But this is a really good primer. It's a really good drugstore alternative. It just works with so many other foundations, but I can't believe I used this up. So this is the first primer I've used up this year, so that's good. And then I do have a couple of these guys. I always have a couple of these floating around in my bag. This is the Sephora Solid Brush Cleanser. This is the mini one, and I, of course, used up another one because I use this every single day to clean my makeup sponge, so I used up countless ones of these. I think this is like my 5th one I've used up now. So I did also buy a jumbo size of this one too. I restocked on everything while I could, while I still had money. So I did restock on that too. The next thing in here is an older product, and I can't believe I found this, but this is a much older product, and somehow I finally found the empty container, but I've used this up quite a while ago. This is a Laura Mercier Sticker Brightening Powder. You guys know this is my favorite under eye setting powder ever, but this is an empty one. So here's an empty one of the Laura Mercier. So I used up that. I think there's another under eye setting powder in here as well. So I did use up another one recently. Oh, here. No, that's not it. It should be in here. Speaking of Lush, we have another. Oh, these are all containers that my sister gave me, so these don't count for me. These are ones that my sister used up herself. So let's put those to the side. She gives me her empty containers so I can use them to turn them into Lush so I can get the free face mask, because I don't know if she's ever gotten one recently. Oh, here it is. I found it. This is the other under eye setting powder that I just recently used up. This is the e.l.f. HD setting powder, and I just used up this guy. I actually really like this powder, but I used up the entire thing, and it's a really good under eye setting powder. So I just purchased the Smooth and Set powder from them, and I'm really enjoying that one too. That's like my everyday setting powder now. But I've just really been trying to find a drugstore alternative to the Laura Mercier Sticker Brightening Powder. This is still my favorite one, but I can't keep on repurchasing it because it's so expensive. So I got this guy, and this one was really, really good. So I used up that too. Okay, and then the next thing is very, very exciting. It's probably the most exciting thing in this whole freaking video because, you know, some of these things aren't that exciting, but I used up my very first drugstore foundation. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth for normal to dry skin in the shade 110 Porcelain. This is the first like drugstore foundation I really fell in love with, and this is the first one I've used up. There's like nothing in here, so it's like all the way to the bottom, and I tried to empty it out more and it's done. So I did repurchase a new one, and the new one, I think I've only used the new one once so far, just because I've been using so many different drugstore foundations and newer foundations lately that it's been harder for me to go back to like my older foundations. Today I'm wearing the Physicians Formula one. It's still one of my favorites. I've been using this one more often as my natural, like more go-to everyday foundation. I haven't used this one in a little while, but I'll go back to it and use it eventually. I've just been using so many new foundations that I just have been having to try those out a bunch of times. But I love this foundation. It's beautiful on the skin, blends out beautifully. It's dewy and smooth, and I love it. So this is my very first one that I've used up. I mean, it's not too hard to use this up since it's such a small bottle, but yeah, obviously you can tell that I love it, and a brand new one is sitting in my bathroom because I love this product so much. Okay, then the next one is, I have a couple of foundations to share with you guys. I was getting rid of these in a declutter video, but I'm also going to show them to you in this video because some of them are expired, and I think this one I've used up completely. This is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Water Foundation, and I'm pretty sure there's nothing left in the dropper. I mean, there is, but there's, yeah, it's really nothing. No, there's really nothing left in there. As you guys can see, I'm pumping it out, but it's pretty much completely empty. So I used up my first Tarte foundation. This is a much older foundation, but I've had this for a lot longer than I should. This is supposed to expire within like a year after you have it. It said expires 8/17, and I've had it since longer than that, obviously, since it's now March of 2018, so I need to get rid of it. But also, I think I completely used it up. I actually love this foundation. It's so beautiful on the skin. It has a similar wear to the Maybelline Dewy and Smooth, actually. But this is like one of my favorite foundations. Actually, it's similar to the Physicians Formula that I'm wearing today. I think this is a dupe for it. But this is just so beautiful on the skin. I love this foundation. But I probably won't be repurchasing Tarte products anymore because of the whole Shape Tape thing. But their Rainforest of the Sea line is so amazing. I was so inclined to pick up the concealer again because that's like one of my all-time favorite concealers, and I'm almost done with that product too. I haven't completely used it up yet, but I wasn't going to bring it into this video because I really want to just use it up. But I'm almost done with that, but this product is amazing. I love it. I love this foundation so much. I'm also giving up the Too Faced Born This Way Absolute Perfection Foundation in the shade Vanilla. This is way old. It says it only lasts 12 months. I've had this way over 2 years. And I've used up a majority of it. I've used up pretty much down to here. But I think when I open this, it's actually pretty far down. Yeah, it's like pretty much down to the bottom. And it's really hard to pump out of the tube now. So I think I have almost used up this foundation. This was one of my favorite foundations when I first got it. And I wore the crap out of it. So I think I'm almost done with this guy. So I think I well got my money's worth out of it, even if it's not finished up because it's just an older foundation that I just need to get rid of. But it is too yellow on me. I don't know why I didn't go and exchange this for a lighter shade when I first got this foundation. Where the heck did my phone go? I thought it was back here. I don't know where it went, but anyway. This is a fabulous foundation. I love the wear of this. It just looks so beautiful on the skin. But this one's pretty old, so I had to get rid of that. And then the last foundation, I'm decluttering, but also I think this one's pretty much almost used up too, is the Makeup Forever Ultra HD foundation in the color Y225. The Too Faced one is in the shade Vanilla. This one I was never ever too crazy about, you guys. And plus I can't even open, actually I can. This one, I mean, I've used up a majority of it. I actually haven't opened these up since this video, or before this video. I did not try to open these, but now I'm getting like foundation like all over my hands and I don't have anything to wipe it off with. I'm just going to use like a receipt or something. I know that's kind of gross, but I don't have anything else to wipe it off. I don't have tissues in my room right now. So we're just going to go like that. It's like drying out. But anyway, this is the foundation, and this one was never really my favorite foundation. It was just like okay, but I never really loved it on my skin. I always thought it smelled really, really chemically, and I just didn't think it was that great of a foundation. It was just always okay to me. I never truly fell in love with this. I really wish I would have tried the Face and Body foundation when it was still around, but I obviously was too late to the bandwagon to pick it up, and I never I've never ended up being able to try it. So they obviously have this one out. This one's good, but it's not anything special. I think that the other two foundations and the Maybelline foundation are much better than that one. So that is it for foundations. I'm also thinking about decluttering both of these foundations as well. I'm actually getting rid of quite a few foundations. This is the first one that I think is pretty old now. This is the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Color Correcting Full Coverage Cream and Anti-Aging Hydrating Serum SPF 50 in the shade Fair. Now for me, I mean, I'm decluttering this because I think it's pretty old. I mean, I haven't even pumped it out and it's not used up at all, but I just find that I'm probably not going to be using this too much over the summertime, and I didn't really use it enough over the summertime to justify really keeping it. I never really loved the smell of this. I think this SPF is just overpowering. But I think that this is going to be my go-to this summer, and this was my go-to last summer, and I used the crap out of this. Like, this is pretty far down. This is probably a lot more far down than this one. This is the Naked Skin Urban Decay One and Done Hybrid Complexion Perfector, and this one's in the shade Fair. This is just such light. This is such a beautiful product. I mean, this one's supposed to expire in 12 months as well, but if I use this up, I'll be fine. But I really love this for like lightweight wear in the summertime, so I think I'm just going to reach for it a lot more than this. I find that this lasts longer on the skin, and it's just so beautiful. So this one I'm going to get rid of. I've had this for a really long time, like a few years, like 2 or 3 years. So I think it's time for me to declutter it. So I'm going to get rid of that. Then the next foundation I finally just decided to give up on, even though this says it doesn't expire till 2/18, but that was a month ago already. So it's pretty much time for me to give this up. This is the YSL Touche Éclat Foundation, Le Tint Touche Éclat in the shade B10. You guys know this is one of my all-time favorite foundations, and I've had this for a long time, but it's time for me to get rid of it because they actually discontinued it, and it was just so hard for me to get rid of it because they did. I just wanted to hold on to it for sentimental value, and now it's pretty much past its expiration, so I think it's time for me to get rid of this. I've had this in like every single product I've used up video, and now I'm finally saying that I'm going to get rid of it. I never reached for it after that except for like one time, and it just wasn't the same on the skin anymore, so I'm going to get rid of this one. And then I'm also getting rid of, which I kind of don't want to, because I don't know how old this foundation is. It's 24 months, so I might have to look up this one. This is the Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer. I never end up grabbing for this foundation. This one's in the shade 0.5 Breeze. I mean, usually I keep this in my room anyway. It's an okay foundation. It's really nothing like that special. The reason why I got this was the same reason why I got the YSL, and it's funny how I mentioned both of these together, because Kenny Johnson used to rave about both of these as being her favorite foundations ever. I think she still talks about this one as being her favorite. But this one she said was her absolute favorite before this one came along. And I love this one, and I'm not that crazy about this one. So I'm going to look this one up and see how long I've had it. Maybe I will put it back in my bathroom now since I'm getting rid of like 4 or 5 foundations. And I replace them with a lot newer ones. Then I'm probably not going to keep this. I mean, there's definitely products in here and stuff, but I'm not that crazy about it. It's okay, but we'll see. Then I have a few mascaras and other stuff. I have a couple of concealers. I don't know why I didn't show this one in my last video, but I pretty much completely used this one up. This is the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in the color NW15. I absolutely love the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. So this was my very first one that I've used up finally. The first one had expired before I had used it up, and this one I just went ham on this. I love it so much. There was one point where I was only using this guy and the Naked Skin by Urban Decay. They're like my 2 favorite concealers, but this one definitely still had a less drying formula than the Urban Decay. This is just such a bomb concealer. If you haven't tried this concealer, you really need to. So many people still recommend this concealer because it's a bomb-ass concealer. I love MAC products. Then I have some more concealers I'm finally getting rid of that I should have shared with you guys earlier, but I'm finally just decluttering them. This is the Becca Aqua Luminous Concealer in the color Porcelain. I actually really like this for like more natural makeup days, but it's time for me to get rid of it. I was just keeping it in my bathroom for the longest time, so that's gotta go. The Kat Von D Lock-It Concealer, I actually just purchased the older version of this from Marshall's, so I think that it's justifiable for me to get rid of this one. This one's in the color L5 Neutral. I actually really enjoy this concealer. I don't know why so many people don't like it, but this is pretty much completely used up, so I'm going to get rid of this one too. And then I have the Too Faced Born This Way concealer, which I've been keeping for a while, and I'm finally deciding to declutter as well. There's still products in here, but I just don't like this concealer that much anymore, and I really just don't need to keep it if I'm not really going to use it, and it's pretty old, so I'm getting rid of that one too. And all of those pretty much don't apply that well, so yeah. Alright, so then I'm also getting rid of these 2 products. I think these are both really old. I don't think I'm getting rid of this one. I think I'm going to keep this one, but I know this one is pretty old, and I've used up a lot of it. This is the Becca Backlight Priming Filter. Every time I use this now, I feel like my skin is like so greasy shiny now that I'm like, I feel like it's not good anymore. I mean, this is supposed to last 12 months, so I've definitely had it a lot longer than 12 months. Probably like 2 years, so I think it's time for me to get rid of this. I mean, I don't want to, but I think I've used up a lot of it. Yeah, it's like down to the bottom too. So I definitely did use this a lot. This is one of my favorite primers. I just think it was so hydrating and luminous. And every time I would use this, I felt like I really didn't need like a luminous mixing product like the Champagne Pop. So I'm going to get rid of this one too, which is almost used up as well. I mean, these are all products I've almost used up, so it does count. I'm not really decluttering them. It's more like just I was holding on to them for a while, but they are pretty much empty, and I just need to get rid of them now. But I love this primer. It's a really beautiful primer. And then I just have a couple of mascaras to share with you guys. And then we can move on to the lipstick declutter, because I am decluttering a lot more lipsticks than I thought. So I wanted to go through those too. I guess I only have 2 mascaras in here. So the first one is the L'Oreal Telescopic Carbon Black Mascara. This is one of my favorite mascaras. I don't know why this is still in here, honestly. I guess this is old. But this one is one of my favorite drugstore concealers, mascaras, but this one's pretty much completely dried out, so I need to get rid of this one. And then I also have the Sephora, the mascara. I mean, this is pretty old too, so I'm getting rid of that. I've only used it a couple of times, but I'm never really going to use it. And they say once a mascara is open, you can't really like save it. Like if it's only open once. Seriously, where is my phone? I would like to know where my phone is. Okay, sorry, it was right next to me over there. So now we're going to share. I have one more primer. I needed to get rid of this a while ago. I mean, I pretty much used up the whole thing. This is the Makeup Forever Step 1 Skin Equalizer in the Smoothing Primer. This is really, really old, but as you can see, I used it up pretty much down to the bottom, so there's really not that much left, so it's time for me to get rid of this too. It was just sitting in my bathroom untouched, and again, I pretty much used up the whole thing, so I don't need to use this anymore for this little bit, and plus it expires in 12 months, so that means it's already expired, and you don't really want to use expired primers on your face. And then I also used up this Ultra Repair Hydrating Serum, Replenish, Smooth, and Soften, safe for sensitive skin. I used up a little guy of this. I actually really liked this serum. I was using this in place of my of not having a serum, and I just wanted to incorporate a serum back into my skincare routine. I didn't really have that much money, but then I just bought the Full of Grace facial serum a couple of weeks ago, and I've been using that now. So this is a great serum as well. And then, before we move on to the lipsticks that I'm getting rid of, again, I just wanted to show you guys this guy. I'm finally getting rid of this. I don't know why I've had this for so long. This is the ColourPop Super Shock Chic in this shade, Stole the Show. I love this color, but this one is pretty much really, really greasy, so I really need to get rid of it. And it's starting to smell pretty chemically. I mean, I've had this for quite a while, but it is a gorgeous highlighter, as you can see. Oh my god, I love this so much. I mean, it doesn't smell that bad, but this definitely is older. But I love this guy, and it's so pretty, so... But we're going to get rid of that, because it's pretty old. And then I have two eyeshadows I'm decluttering, which are the MAC eyeshadows. These are pretty old. These are like some of my first eyeshadows I purchased when I first started getting into makeup again, or when I started expanding my makeup collection. So these are pretty freaking old, so I need to get rid of these. This is the MAC eyeshadow in the shade Aquadesiac and the MAC eyeshadow in the shade Swish. They're really beautiful, like, pastel colors, but I'm ready to move on from these. I haven't touched these in like 2 years, so they need to go. And then we have a bunch of lipsticks I'm going to declutter. The first two I've been holding on to for forever, but these are pretty old now. I mean, again, these really don't smell at all, but I'm just going to get rid of them because I think it's time. I've had these for like 3 years already, so I don't think I can keep these anymore. These are the Urban Decay original formula of the Revolution lipsticks. The first one is Native, and it's a really beautiful pastel pink. I was trying to use up this shade, but I think I'm just going to get rid of it. But it is a beautiful pink. It was really hard for me to get rid of this one because I love this color. But I just have so many lipsticks right now that I really just don't need this, so I'm getting rid of this. And then I'm also getting rid of the shade Naked 2. These are just very old lipsticks that I just need to give up in my collection. So that one is Naked 2. I mean, again, they really don't smell bad, but I think that I should declutter these because I have a bunch of lipsticks now that I could use that are very similar colors to those. Okay, then I have a few Lime Crime Velveteens, again, that I'm getting rid of. I went through my Lime Crime Velveteens recently, and I went through my older ones, and I'm getting rid of 4 more. So it's so hard for me to get rid of Lime Crime Velveteens, but I'm getting rid of these ones. So I have... It's so hard for me to get rid of these because I love these, but I swatched all of these recently on my lips and they all don't smell good, so I'm getting rid of all of them. So this one is bleached, this one is faded, and this one is Stroom. This was part of the Penny Lane collection, and I'm pretty sure I got this before Black Friday in like 2016. So these are like almost 3 years old. So these are really beautiful nude shades, but I'm going to get rid of them because none of them smell good, and I think bleach is pretty dried out, which is one of my favorite liquid lipsticks of all time. So those are going. And then I'm also getting rid of Wicked. Wicked has never been my favorite Velveteen from Lime Crime at all. It's always had a really patchy formula. I don't know why this one is so different. So I'm going to get rid of this too. I'm still holding on to Riot and Shroom and some older ones because I just can't part with those because I love those lipsticks so much. Oh my god, this lippy is driving me insane today. It's just because of the freaking corner. Alright, whatever. I think it looks fine. But anyway, this has never been my favorite Velveteen because it has like a weird like crustier formula, so I'm getting rid of that one too. So, and then I'm also getting rid of a couple more. Actually, I'm only getting rid of this one ColourPop one. This is the shade Clueless. This is a pretty old shade as well, and I thought I should get rid of it because I just haven't worn it, and it's a pretty old shade. I mean, I love this color, but again, I have a lot of similar colors to this now in my collection because I'm just, you know, really picking up so many lip colors. And then I'm also getting rid of 3 unicorn lipsticks from Lime Crime. So I'm getting rid of these 3 because these are pretty old too. And I tried these on and they're pretty dried out and they don't smell good. So I'm getting rid of Great Pink Planet. And I'm also getting rid of Contessa Fluorescence. These are some of my favorite hot pink lipsticks ever. I mean, as you guys can see, I've used the crap out of Contessa Fluorescent. These are some of my favorite lipsticks to wear in the summertime, but they're pretty old and they don't really smell that good, but they're so beautiful together, and this is such a gorgeous hot pink lipstick. But I'm going to get rid of this too because it's just an old lipstick. We only have a few more to get through. I know I've said lipstick like 10 million times. I'm getting rid of both of these Stila lipsticks, and these are breaking my heart because I love these so much. But I tried on both of them, and neither of them smell good anymore. And I've had these again as long as I've had the Urban Decay ones, and those ones are about 3 years old. So are these. So I'm like, I need to get rid of these too. So I have the Stila Stale Day lipsticks in the shades Patina and Fiore. I just wore Fiore like not even like a month ago. Like so recently. Not even a month ago. But they just don't. Neither of them smell good when I put them on my lips like recently. And they only last 12 months. And I love these. I love the formula. But I'm keeping Fiery and I'm getting rid of these two. Fiery I definitely love more than Wicked. But I'm getting rid of these because they just don't smell good anymore. It just sucks because I love the formula. And then I'm also getting rid of, I think I'm going to keep this though so I can back to MAC it. But I really want to back to MAC the shade Creme de Nude. This has never been my favorite color whatsoever from MAC. It's always been my least favorite. I actually hate this color. It just never looks good on my lips. So I'm going to back to MAC this. So I'm going to keep that here. But I definitely don't want it anymore. And then I'm also decluttering these 2 lip glosses from Urban Decay. I never wear these, so I'm going to get rid of them. So the shades Liar and Kinky. These used to be like my all-time favorite lip glosses, but these are really old now. I did get my use out of them when I first got them, but I think that I should get rid of them. I never use them anymore. So this one is Liar and Kinky. These are the Revolution lip glosses. And then one more lippy. I'm getting rid of the Makeup Monsters liquid lipstick in the shade Raw. I love this lipstick so much, but I think I tried it on, and it really does not smell good at all. And every time I want to reach for it or I see it in my drawer, it smells like, it looks like it's separating. So I think it's time for me to get rid of it. I love this. It's so hard for me to get rid of Makeup Monsters liquid lipsticks, but it has to be done. And then 2 more samples. I'm getting rid of the Benefit Lash Domination or Bare Minerals Lash Domination. It's just a little sample. I don't need this. And then the Benefit They're Real Push-Up Liner. I've never even used this. I never even knew how to use it. Oh yeah, it's a little marker, but yeah, I don't need this crap, so I'm getting rid of this too. It's just a little sample. And then I'm also getting rid of my Eco Tools blending sponge. I haven't touched this in months, and it has rips on it, and I've just been using my Real Technique sponge now, so this one needs to go too. And that's pretty much it for this bag. So now we can put these back in here. This is like the only thing I'm not throwing out in here. Everything else I'm pretty much throwing out. So these all can go in here, and these are going to go in the trash. So this is kind of like the products I've used up / declutter section. And now we're going to move on to hopefully just a few blushes I'm going to declutter, and then we'll be done with this video. But I'm just going to put these away. These are all going in the trash. It's because I picked up a lot of new makeup too that has just been inspiring me to clean out some old makeup. So these are all going to be going in the trash. So now let's talk about just a couple of blushes. You know what? I might film a separate declutter video on more stuff I'm going to declutter. So I think, I don't know, should I stop now? Because I'm still like on the fence about some of these products. I mean, some of these aren't going anywhere, but some of these are. But I'm not sure. Oh, this is definitely getting decluttered. This is the Too Faced Sweethearts bronzer. This is completely shattered. It's the Blushing Bronzer Ross and Rachel Soulmates bronzer. Completely shattered. Don't use it anymore. I have enough other bronzers that I have. This one's about 3 years old anyway. But I can't even use this because it's so damaged. And even when I try to open it, it's going to go everywhere. So this is going to go because I don't even feel like salvaging this because I really can't because it's just really old. So that one is definitely getting thrown out. So that's one bronzer down. And then I'm thinking about decluttering both of these Tarte blushes because I'm really not using them. And for some reason, like, Tarte blushes don't really smell very good. I mean, this one still smells good, but no matter how much I try to swatch it, it really does not swatch at all. And I really have not reached for it at all, so I'm not really sure what I'm going to do with these. I keep on saying I'm going to declutter these, and I keep on holding on to them. But Exposed definitely does not smell good anymore. Like, if you keep these past their expiration date, they really start smelling bad. And I've had these well over 12 months, so I think both of these are going to go. Just because, like, I really don't like the Tarte blush formula that much. I mean, I have a Tarte blush palette, and I have the little party blush. So I'm thinking that I just don't need to... I'm just thinking that I don't need to keep these anymore because they're my much older blushes. I've had Blissful for a long time, but at the same time, like, I feel like I should hold on to Blissful but get rid of Exposed. I'm going to get rid of Exposed, even though Exposed is one of my favorites. It just doesn't smell good anymore, so I just don't want to use that anymore. I think I'm going to keep Blissful, though. I think this is the only one I'm going to keep. It's a very unique shade, so we're going to keep that one for a little bit longer. Everything else in here really isn't anything I'm really decluttering. I really want to get rid of these. I think I might just finally do it because I feel like this is just such a waste for me to keep these because I'm only keeping them because I feel like if I get rid of them, I feel like it's a waste as well. These are my Jeffree Star liquid lipsticks. I have Doll Parts, Celebrity Skin, and Androgyny. I'm not really sure what I want to do with these because when I got them, I really wasn't sure how I felt about them after I started seeing all the stuff coming out about him. I don't want to always mention all the controversy about him, but I don't use his stuff because of that. The last time I touched these was a few months ago, but now I feel like I barely am going to use them. I mean, I'm just going to hold on to these a little bit longer to see what I want to do with them, but I really just want to get rid of them, though. And that's pretty much it, you guys. Like, I don't think I'm ready to get rid of any of this other stuff in here yet. I was thinking about getting rid of the Balm blushes. I mean, they're really just not that good. I really don't reach for these, but I'm going to hold on to them. It's really hard for me to get rid of blushes. I mean, the fact that I only got rid of 3 blushes from Tarte says something about me, because it's really hard for me to get rid of blushes and bronzers. The only other blushes and highlights, I mean, I cannot get rid of highlights. The only other blush formula I was thinking about getting rid of is my Clinique Cheek Pops. Again, I'm not sure how old these are, but the last time I used Pansy Pop, I didn't really love it on my cheeks. It, like, didn't really apply very well. And then we have Nude Pop, which is one of my favorite, like, go-to everyday blushes. And then we have Pink Pop, which is probably the only one I would keep because I want to use this again. But I don't know. They were never, like, my all-time favorite blushes. They're a good formula. But none of them smell bad, and they don't have an expiration date on them. I'm going to keep these two. I think I might declutter Pansy Pop, though. just because I'm not sure about how this one really performs anymore. I mean, it doesn't really swatch. Oh, yeah, it does. So I guess we will keep all 3 of these. I'm not going to get rid of them. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really have anything else to tell you guys. Oh, I am also getting rid of this Benefit Feeling Dandy set because this is a really old set that my sister got me for Christmas a while ago. But these are pretty much really old now. I mean, the blush is definitely really old. I never used the Posy tint in here because I thought it was way too pigmented. The High Beam is beautiful, but again, that's really old. I used up like half of this, so I mean, I always use this for my highlight, and it was just so pretty. And then Dandelion I have in the full size, so I'm not really heartbroken about getting rid of this. And then we have the lip balm, which I used to use all the time. But, yeah, I don't wear lip balms anymore. But this was a gift, so I don't really feel guilty about getting rid of it. But also because this is, like, probably, like, 3 or 4 years old. So I think it's time for me to get rid of it. And that's pretty much it, you guys. I don't really have anything else to share with you. Everything else is sentimental value or just things that I've moved into here so I can make room in my bathroom for newer products. So these other older products are staying here. I'm not sure about this. I'm going to keep it and update you guys on whether I got rid of it or not. But yeah, I mean, I don't really have anything else to tell you guys. So yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot about these. I also used up my Smashbox Primer Water again. Love this stuff. Pretty much all the way to the end. And I also am pretty much done with the NYX Dewy Skin Mist. This is my second one of these that I've used up, and I already have a backup sitting in my bathroom. I feel like there's like one more spray in this, and then it's pretty much done. And I think I'm pretty far down in my Giorgio Armani Luminous Silk Foundation in the color 2. This would be my second one that I would use up if I actually did use this up. I mean, I'm looking at it, and it's pretty far to the bottom, so I'm going to try and use this up within the last couple of tries or uses that I use of this. So, I mean, I've been wearing this to school other than the Physicians Formula one, and it's been really pretty, obviously, because it's one of my favorite foundations, and that's it. So please like and subscribe, follow me on all my social media. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry if it was lame, but I just wanted to share the rest of the lipsticks I was really decluttering. And just some products that I've used up. I know that I'm not going to be like using up any more products very soon. So that would just make it short and sweet this time. So yeah, that's it. Bye guys. And please let me know what you guys have used up recently, what you use up religiously. I would love to know what you go through really fast. Like your 1 product or like your 5 products that you use up so fast. Tell me that. That's what I want to know. Bye guys.
Alright, so it's pretty late at night, and I filmed this video months ago, but I wanted to film just a couple of extra things that I am decluttering from my collection. This video wasn't too long in the first place, so I just want to show you guys a couple more lip products that I am going to be decluttering from my collection. I'm not showing you guys things that I've used up. I'm only showing you guys things that I am decluttering, like things that got too old that I didn't use up. So there are a few things in here that I have used up, but there's also a few things that I'm just clearly getting rid of. So the first 2 things is the Urban Decay Naked Skin One and Done Hybrid Complexion Perfector in the shade Broad Spectrum SPF 20. This just got too old. I used to use this all the time during the summertime, but it only lasts 12 months. I used this all the time last summer, and I think I got it last January, but I did try to wear it a few weeks back, I think sometime in June or May, and it just did not smell good anymore, so I have to get rid of it. I'm so upset that I have to because I really love this product, but it just does not smell good anymore, so that's the first thing. And then the second thing, which I probably need to get rid of both of these, but I'm just showing one in this video, but I probably need to get rid of both, is the NARS Pure Radiant Tinted Moisturizer, Broad Spectrum SPF 30 Sunscreen. Again, this just went bad. I was working on using this up, as you guys can see. I'm pretty low to the bottom, but at least I got my money's worth out of it, and I used most of it. This one was actually a backup from my mom because she couldn't use this product, and I actually really love this too for really light, super light coverage in the summertime as well. Now if I need like super light coverage, I'll use the Physicians Formula Healthy Foundation or the No. 7 foundation. So I have found cheaper alternatives to both of these because they're basically like a little bit more coverage than a tinted moisturizer. They're a really nice, light, beautiful coverage. So I have another one. I actually really love this too, but this one went bad as well, so I'm giving up that one. Then I have a few lip products in here. Just basically lip products, and that's about it. The first two are from Urban Decay, and these are the Urban Decay Revolution lipsticks. So this one is the shade Native, and this one is in the shade Naked 2, I believe. Yeah, Naked 2. This one is a really, really pretty nude shade, and it looks like this. It's really pretty, but I'm getting rid of this one. I forgot I didn't rotate the camera, so let me just do that real quick. Alright, I'm sorry that the first clip was with me not rotated the camera full screen, but whatever, sue me. This was one of my favorite go-to nudes, but these are getting too old. They're about 3 years old, so I'm getting rid of both of them. I feel like I've just had them for too long. I really don't want to get rid of them because I love them, but I have 6 other Urban Decay regular lipsticks, and I've been wearing my Vice lipsticks more often now that I don't really reach for these anymore, and this is the pink. It's such a gorgeous color, but again, I just can't keep these anymore. I probably need to get rid of my NARS Audacious lipsticks as well, but I'm going to save other stuff for another products I've used up / declutter video. This is just like my halfway through the year declutter. So, and then I have the Urban Decay Revolution lip glosses. These are also way too old now. This one's in the shade Kinky. I believe that these are starting to kind of smell a little bad. So these used to be my favorite glosses, but literally after I stopped talking about them, I just didn't really ever reach for them anymore. And I think I did use them a little while ago, and I remember them not smelling very good. So I have to get rid of both of them. So this one is in the shade Liar, and this one is in the shade Kinky. I've been meaning to like show you guys and declutter this stuff for a while, but you know me, I take forever for everything. And then the next thing is the ColourPop Ultra Matte Lip in the shade Clueless. This is basically the last one that I'm getting rid of for now. I've decluttered so many Ultra Matte ColourPop lipsticks from my collection because they're so cheap. They're only $6, so they don't really break the bank if I get rid of ColourPop lipsticks, so I'm not like completely heartbroken when I get rid of these. Mostly, I have Ultra Satins in my collection now. Those are the majority of my ColourPop lipsticks are Ultra Satins, which I actually prefer the formula of, but if I want to go for a matte lipstick, I usually always use Lime Crime, so, and I still have quite a bit of Lime Crime lipsticks in my collection. But as you can see, the color is kind of changing on the bottom of this one. I don't know if you can tell. So that means it's time to get rid of it. I actually did not even notice that, but I can see the color is changing on the bottom. So that's a good sign for me to get rid of it. Then the next one is the Dose of Colors liquid lipstick in the shade Stone. I probably need to get rid of Truffle too, but I just can't part with Truffle. It's one of my all-time favorites. These lipsticks grew on me so much, but I didn't realize that they were going to dry out as like fast as they did. I mean, not fast. They did last like 2 years, but now they are so dried out that I really just cannot get any color out of them anymore. And this is about 2 years, 3 years old now. So this is the color Stone. And these are really nice lipsticks. They're not like the best formula, but I think that they're good and the colors are beautiful. So I recommend trying at least one. They are nice lipsticks, but I'm glad that Dose of Colors is carried in Ulta now, and they're also carried in my location near me. That if I ever want to pick up another liquid lipstick from them, I could just pick it up there. It's so much more convenient than ordering it online. I did get this a while back with like a discount code, but I only have 3 things from Dose of Colors: 2 liquid lipsticks and their Baked Browns eyeshadow palette. And everything that I've tried from them so far, I've been very impressed by. Their Baked Browns eyeshadow palette is awesome, but I'm so upset to give up this color, but I have to. It's like basically so dried out. And then the last lipstick product in here is the MAC Cream Sheen lipstick in the shade Creme de Nude. I just finally decided to bite the bullet and actually get rid of this. I don't know if I showed this in a last declutter video, but I'm trying to keep MAC stuff so I can back to MAC them. But this is just always has been my least favorite shade from MAC. I just never wear it. I'm still going to keep it in the bag so I can declutter it someday to MAC. But it just kind of sucks that I have to give up this one because, you know, I absolutely love MAC lipsticks. They're my absolute favorites, and I just wore Syrup today, and oh my god, that color was gorgeous on me today. It's just such a beautiful formula. I'm just still obsessed with MAC lipsticks. They are amazing. But this one is like one of the only ones that I am not obsessed with. So I just decided to give that one up. And then the next thing, which I don't want to give up either, but I feel like this is kind of bad now. This is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Liquid in the shade Champagne Pop. This is the one that Becca did in collaboration with Jaclyn Hill back in the day for the infamous Champagne Pop. So, of course, I bought the liquid version as well. I just stopped using this, like, last year because I used to always, like, blend in a liquid illuminator like this with my foundation. But I just actually bought the L'Oreal Magic Lumi Primer today. And I've been wanting that primer for forever. And Jaclyn Hill said that she used to use that, like, every day before she could get, like, higher-end makeup when she became a more well-known YouTuber. Now everything gets sent to her, when before, you know, like, she was struggling and that was, like, her one illuminating primer that she would use, like, every single day. So she used that religiously. So I'm really excited to try that out. Maybe this inspired her to create this, but I know that this is way too old. This is like 2 years old. I mean, I'm still holding on to the pressed version, but I know liquids go bad faster than powders. So I think I've used this before of this past year, and it feels like it's pretty empty, honestly. Oh, I love this product so much, but I have to give it up. It says it only lasts 6 months. I already decluttered the Becca Backlight Priming Filter from my collection because that one went bad. So I have to get rid of this one too. But Becca is not cheap, so I'm definitely never repurchasing that again because they are so expensive. And then I'm actually decluttering 2 Tarte blushes from my collection. I know everyone is like so over the moon about Tarte everything, honestly. I do like Tarte as a brand, but I never really hopped on the Amazonian Clay Blush bandwagon. I just didn't think they were that great, honestly. The one that I have now in the shade Party is really good, and this was actually one of my favorite blushes that I used to wear. But they're starting to smell bad. Like, oh yeah, that does not smell good anymore. So I'm going to get rid of this one. This one's in the shade Exposed, which is one of their most popular shades, but I just can't wear it anymore because it smells bad. And I also noticed that the formula is different on them. They really don't perform that well anymore, so I'm gonna get rid of this one. These were like my first high-end blushes that I purchased myself, and this one is in the shade Blissful, which I'm also getting rid of. Like, I finally decided to bite the bullet and get rid of all of my Tarte full-size blushes because I just, okay, this one this one doesn't smell. Alright, I might hold on to this one, actually. I kind of want to, like, whip it out and use it again. Because this one's definitely not as old as this one. Actually, I might have bought both of these at the same time. But Blissful definitely does not smell like Exposed does. I kind of want to whip this out and use it again, maybe tomorrow. So I'm going to keep that on the side. But everything else I am getting rid of. So I'm just going to literally throw it in the trash right now. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And then after this, I will film a updated products I've used up video at some point. I'm just going to put the rest of these used products back in here. Getting a little preview of what I've used up. But yeah, that's pretty much it for now. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry that this part was filmed so much later. But yeah, it's just because I needed to film this part because I had no idea I was getting rid of these products until after I had filmed that video back in like March. It's like June now, and I'm first posting this video in June when I filmed the video like 3 months ago when I was still wearing sweaters in the wintertime. So yeah, that's it. Bye!